At a fast-paced publishing company, a clumsy but lovable junior editor finds herself entangled in a hilarious office romance with her perfectionist boss. Add in an overprotective childhood friend and a charming rival editor, and chaos and love ensues. Soo-ah rushes into the office, barely managing to hold a stack of manuscripts. She trips over her own foot.
Today is the day. No disasters, no mistakes, just a normal, productive hi.
Papers fly everywhere. Employees glance over, shaking their heads as if this is a daily occurrence. Kang Ji-hoon enters, dressed sharply in a fitted suit. He adjusts his watch, sighing.
5 minutes late. Again.
Soo-ah scrambles to pick up the papers, flustered.
Chief Editor Kang. Good morning. I was just testing gravity. It works.
And yet your ability to meet deadlines still defies logic.
The office snickers. Soo-ah pouts, whispering to herself.
One of these days, I'll make you laugh, boss.
Not in this lifetime.
Cut to a cozy cafe near the office. Soo-ah meets her childhood best friend, Park Min-woo, a charming webtoon artist. Park Min-woo, Soo-ah's childhood best friend and a goofy but successful webtoon artist.
Let me get stripped on air, insulted your boss, and somehow survived?
How do you always know? Are you secretly psychic?
Nah, you're just predictable.
He winks, sliding a coffee towards her. Soo-ah playfully kicks his leg under the table.
Ow! Your legs are made of steel!
Just then, the cafe door opens and in walks Ji-hoon. Soo-ah freezes mid-sip, coffee dripping from her lips.
Why do you look like you just saw a ghost?
My boss is here.
Cue dramatic slow motion as Ji-hoon spots them. Soo-ah tries to hide behind the menu. Ji-hoon approaches, raising an eyebrow.
Hiding in plain sight doesn't work, Soo-ah.
Soo-ah peeks out defeated. Min-woo watches curiously.
You two have a weird dynamic. Should I be jealous?
What? No, he's my terrifying, soul-crushing boss. There's nothing.
Your deadline is tomorrow. Don't forget.
He leaves as abruptly as he arrived. Soo-ah groans, face planting onto the table.
Why does he have to be so annoyingly good-looking while being so scary?
Min-woo's playful smile falters for a split second. Back at the office, Soo-ah rushes to a meeting, only to find a new face sitting confidently across from Ji-hoon. Yoo Hee-jin, 30, charismatic and bold, smirks as she crosses her legs. Yoo Hee-jin, a confident and charismatic editor from a rival publishing company. She has a playful rivalry with Ji-hoon and takes an interest in Soo-ah, possibly as a mentor or a rival in love.
So, you're the famous Soo-ah.
Soo-ah blinks in confusion.
Am I famous?
Oh, definitely. Ji-hoon talks about you all the time.
Ji-hoon chokes on his coffee.
That is wildly inaccurate.
Really? I could have sworn you said that girl is a walking disaster.
Soo-ah glares at Ji-hoon. He clears his throat, looking away.
I knew it!
Hee-jin laughs, clearly amused by their dynamic.
Relax, newbie. I like you. We're going to have fun.
Cue mysterious smirk as if Hee-jin is here to shake things up. Soo-ah gulps. Ji-hoon watching Soo-ah from afar, an unreadable expression on his face.
Why does she always get under my skin?
Soo-ah gets assigned to work with Ji-hoon on a high-profile project. In the same office, Min-woo's jealousy starts to show. Hye-jin makes an unexpected move that leaves everyone shocked. Sua stares at the bulletin board, her eyes widening in horror. A new project assignment has just been posted.
Kang Ji-hoon and Han Sua, high-profile author project.
She lets out an exaggerated gasp, drawing curious stares from her coworkers.
No. This must be a mistake. A cruel, terrible mistake.
Suddenly, Ji-hoon appears behind her, arms crossed.
Mistake. I agree. The real mistake was expecting you to survive this project.
Sua jumps, clutching her chest.
Do you always sneak up on people like that?
Ji-hoon raises an eyebrow, unimpressed.
If you spent less time being dramatic and more time reading, you wouldn't be surprised.
One day, I'll prove to him that I'm not a disaster.
See her turning around and immediately bumping into a desk, knocking over a cup of coffee. Ji-hoon sighs, massaging his temples.
Starting today, you report directly to me.
What?
Office employees whisper excitedly. The gossip spreads like wildfire. Minwoo is sketching at his usual cafe when Sua plops down across from him, looking defeated.
Help! I'm doomed.
Work problems or Ji-hoon problems?
Both. He's my boss, but now I have to work with him directly. It's like being locked in a room with a handsome but soulless robot.
Minwoo's playful expression falters slightly at the word handsome.
Handsome? Since when do you think of him like that?
I meant Tilda terrifying. He's a terrifying robot.
Minwoo leans in, his usual grin returning.
If he gives you a hard time, tell me. I'll draw an embarrassing webtoon about him.
Haha, you're evil.
Only for you.
He ruffles her hair, but his smile has a hint of something deeper, something even he's not ready to admit. Hae-jin sits in her office, smirking as she flips through a manuscript. Her assistant stands nervously beside her.
Are you really considering working with Ji-hoon's team?
Why not? It'll be fun to shake things up a little.
She picks up her phone and dials a number. Cut to Sua, looking confused as she sees an incoming call from an unknown number.
Hello.
Han, Sua, let's talk. I have an interesting offer for you.
Cue dramatic cliffhanger as Sua gulps, unsure of what she's just walked into. Sua starts her first day working directly under Ji-hoon. Disasters ensue. Minwoo struggles with his feelings as he sees Sua and Ji-hoon grow closer. Heejin's mysterious offer sends shockwaves through the office. The office is buzzing with employees, keyboards clacking, coffee machines whirring. Ji-hoon walks in, looking as composed as ever. Behind him, Sua struggles to carry a massive stack of documents, wobbling like a tower about to collapse.
You'd think, in a modern office, we'd have digital files, instead of these trees.
She takes one step too many, trips, and the papers fly everywhere. Ji-hoon closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, and slowly turns around. Sua is lying face down on the floor, papers raining down like confetti.
It's been 5 minutes.
Is that a new record?
Minwoo, sitting nearby, bursts out laughing as he sips his iced Americano.
At this rate, you'll be promoted to office disaster coordinator.
Not helping Minwoo.
Ji-hoon helps her up and glares at her.
Try not to destroy the office before lunch.
Soo-ah gives a nervous salute.
Aye, Captain Perfectionist.
Ji-hoon sighs and walks away, but a faint smirk flickers across his face. Minwoo watches from afar as Soo-ah and Ji-hoon sit together, reviewing manuscripts. Ji-hoon leans over, pointing at something on her tablet. Soo-ah listens intently, laughing at something he says. Minwoo grips his chopsticks a little tighter.
Since when did they get so comfortable?
He sighs, stabbing at his food absent-mindedly. His friend Jun-ho notices and nudges him.
Dude, you look like a rejected K-drama second lead right now.
What? No way. I just don't want her to get bullied by Iceberg Kong.
Uh-huh, sure. Definitely not jealousy.
Soo-ah sits nervously across from Yoo Hee-jin, who sips her coffee with an unreadable smile.
You're an interesting one, Han-sua.
I get that a lot, usually after causing a disaster.
Hye-jin chuckles and slides a document across the desk.
I have a proposal for you.
A proposal?
Hee-jin leans in, smirking.
How would you like to work for me?
Soo-ah's eyes widen in shock, cut to black. Minwoo watches Soo-ah from afar, looking conflicted.
Am I actually losing her?
Meanwhile, Ji-hoon stands by the window, also watching Soo-ah leave Hye-jin's office. His brows furrow slightly.
Why do I care?
Soo-ah struggles with Hee-jin's tempting offer. Ji-hoon starts acting strange around Soo-ah. Minwoo makes a bold move to keep Soo-ah close. Soo-ah sits at a cozy corner table, staring at the contract Yoo Hee-jin gave her. Her fingers drum against the table nervously. Minwoo arrives, setting down an iced vanilla latte in front of her.
Okay, Spill, you've been making that I'm about to have a life crisis face all day.
Soo-ah sighs, pushing the contract toward him.
Hye-jin offered me a job. Higher pay, less stress. It feels weird.
You mean suspiciously too good to be true weird?
Soo-ah nods, chewing her lip. Minwoo glances at the contract, his expression darkening slightly.
So, are you gonna take it?
Soo-ah hesitates. Before she can answer, her phone buzzes. It's a message from Ji-hoon.
Where are you? We need to review the manuscript changes.
I don't know yet. I should get back to work before Ji-hoon starts tracking my location.
Right, wouldn't want your favorite boss to get mad.
As Soo-ah grabs her things, Minwoo watches her go, his fingers tightening around his cup. His eyes flicker with determination. Soo-ah enters the quiet office. Ji-hoon is at his desk, looking at his laptop but seemingly lost in thought.
Okay, I'm here. Scold me, Chief.
Ji-hoon blinks as if realizing she's there. Instead of his usual sarcastic response, he just stares at her for a moment.
You're late.
Yeah, add it to my growing list of offenses.
She moves to sit, but Ji-hoon suddenly stands and walks toward her, stopping just inches away. Soo-ah freezes.
Are you leaving?
What?
The job offer from Yoo Hee-jin. Are you taking it?
Soo-ah stares at him, surprised.
How do you?
Doesn't matter. Just answer.
There's an intensity in his gaze Soo-ah has never seen before. Her heart skips a beat.
I don't know yet.
Ji-hoon clenches his jaw, looking away as if trying to mask his emotions. Without another word, he turns back to his desk and begins typing furiously. Soo-ah watches him, completely bewildered. Suwa stretches after finishing another round of edits. Minwoo approaches, holding out an envelope.
What's this?
My resignation letter.
What?
Sua's eyes widen in shock.
Kidding, but if you leave, I might just consider it.
Minwoo, don't joke about that.
I don't want you to go, Suwa.
For the first time, there's no teasing in his voice, just quiet sincerity. Suwa looks at him, heart pounding. Ji-hoon walks past at that exact moment, slowing down as he hears Minwoo's words. His grip tightens on the file he's holding.
Why does this bother me so much?
Next episode. Preview. Ji-hoon makes an unexpected move to keep Suwa at the company. Suwa faces the biggest decision of her career. Minwoo and Ji-hoon's rivalry heats up. Ji-hoon sits across from the company's CEO, discussing something serious. The CEO leans back, rubbing his chin.
You want to offer Han Sua a full-time contract?
Yes, a raise, benefits, and an official position.
That's quite generous and sudden.
She's valuable to the company. Losing her would be a mistake.
The CEO smirks knowingly.
And this has nothing to do with personal reasons?
Ji-hoon looks away, adjusting his tie.
Strictly professional.
The CEO chuckles and slides the paperwork toward Ji-hoon.
Fine. Make the offer yourself. Let's see if she accepts.
Ji-hoon takes the contract and walks out, determination in his eyes. Suwa sits alone, staring at both Hyejin's contract and Ji-hoon's new full-time offer. She groans, burying her face in her hands.
Why does adulting have so many boss battles?
Minwoo appears, holding 2 coffee cups.
Still overthinking?
Yes, and coffee won't solve it.
She grabs the cup anyway.
Come on, let's be real. You already know where you want to stay.
Suwa hesitates. Minwoo watches her carefully, then leans in slightly.
But if you're worried about something else, maybe someone else. Don't let it stop you from choosing what's best for you.
Suwa looks at him, surprised by his serious tone, before she can reply. Suwa exits the lounge, still deep in thought, when she nearly bumps into Ji-hoon. He holds out a contract.
Sign it.
What?
Your new position, full-time benefits, higher salary.
Suwa stares at the document, overwhelmed. Ji-hoon watches her expectantly, then hesitates before speaking again.
I don't want you to go.
Sua's breath catches. She looks up at Ji-hoon, waiting for him to continue. He shifts uncomfortably, then clears his throat.
It would be inconvenient. For the company.
Right, the company?
She takes the contract, her heart racing. Ji-hoon turns to leave, but stops and adds.
Think about it.
He walks away. Suwa clutches the contract, completely flustered. Minwoo calls Suwa up to the rooftop after work. The city lights glow in the distance. He's leaning against the railing, looking at the skyline.
You sounded serious. What's up?
Minwoo takes a deep breath, then turns to face her.
Stay. Choose Ji-hoon's offer.
Huh. But you were so against it before.
Because I was being selfish.
Suwa blinks. Minwoo steps closer, his expression unreadable.
But I don't want to be the reason you regret anything.
He exhales, rubbing the back of his neck.
And besides, whether you stay or not, I plan to fight for you anyway.
Suwa's eyes widen. Minwoo smirks slightly, then walks away, leaving her speechless. Suwa watches Minwoo leave, her heart torn between choices. Next episode preview, Suwa makes her final decision. Ji-hoon finally admits his feelings in the most unexpected way. A sudden twist threatens everything.